Hi everyone, Oz here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to the last video of the first trial of Milgram. This consists of the decisions of the community, whether to forgive or not forgive the prisoners. I will also share my thoughts on what the decision is for me personally and react to how the community felt about it. I also did some kind of tier list of whether to forgive or not forgive them, or if I think they're innocent, quote unquote, or guilty, and that kind of relates to like if I think uh whatever they did is justifiable or not. I'm not really sure what the formatting is with the video because it's been a while since I watched it initially. If you didn't know, for background story, I watched all the music videos and watched the decisions at the end. And then everyone is like, oh, watch the character trials first, watch the character trials first. So that's what I did. But it's been a while, like I went MIA for a few months, and it's been a while since I watched the entire the other videos. So please be patient. A lot of my decisions are based off of just the videos itself. I didn't really read outside of the things that you guys linked, just because I'm not sure if it's going to contain spoilers. I know some of them are just background stories, but yeah, let's at least like from the comments and from the videos itself, I did have a lot of context, and everything about this one is my own opinions. Obviously, like trial 2 and trial 3 provides context, but I don't know that context, right? So as of now, this is how I feel, like innocent or not innocent, or guilty, or forgive or not forgive, I guess, if that makes sense. This is currently the visual representation of how I feel about each character. Obviously, I'll go more in depth with their part in the video. There's a lot of unsures, right? Just because I feel like after the music video, after the interrogation, I still do not know how I feel about them. Obviously, like the ones that are like vote guilty, vote innocent, I feel more passionately about like my decisions, but there's 6 people in the middle, but obviously if it's unsure, I'm leaning more towards that. And it's a little bit unfair because Mu and Mahiru are in the middle, and I'll go more in depth. Obviously, I'll make my decision at the end of their video, or at least like in the beginning of their video. But yeah, as of now, let's watch the video.
最初は戸惑ってたみたいだったが、なかなか立派にさばいていくようになったじゃないか。最後の方はだいぶこなれてたように見えたぜ。そうかい。俺様にはまるでミルグラムを楽しんでるようにすら見えたけどな。
I am enjoying Milgram.
そんな顔すんなよ。ちょっとしたジョークさ。
Hopefully the music audio is good while talking. Okay, so my thoughts on Haruka. I feel like Haruka, I'm a little confused on what he still did. As far as I know, just to review it, is that he killed an animal, at least based on the music video, and he killed his childhood best friend. I'm not sure if that's something that I misunderstood. I feel like I should have done more research, but at least from the implications of the video, it seems like he killed an animal and a childhood friend to it doesn't seem like it's an act of rebellion towards his like mom, right? As far as the community goes and how people kind of commented on my videos, it seems like there's a lot of unloved, no attention, neglect from a parent. In my own personal way, I'm not really sure why that's really how that really implicated on what he did with the animal, killing an animal. I don't know if he did that for attention. I know a lot of people also defended him because he's uneducated or not, didn't come from the most educated family or maybe background. And I understand that, that's a part of neglect. And I think that's why when I did the whole tier list and my decisions, that's why he was innocent in a way, because of his upbringing as a child. There's not a lot of support from the people who's supposed to be supporting him the most, right? Which is his family. But at the same time, I feel like killing another innocent person, innocent animal, innocent living being, basically, I do feel like there's some kind of punishment that needs to be held, right? Because at this point, like, how is he gonna be moving forward? Is he just like neglectful? Is he just going to be like traumatized about everything that happened beforehand, in which it's not gonna be resulting in, I don't know, a peaceful life, I guess. I feel like where he is in Milgram is that he's in a safe place. I as far as I know, with relationships between the prisoners, he is for the most part friends with a lot of people in in his age group. So he doesn't seem like a very malice person to begin with. So that's why I'm leaning more towards forgive. I think that's my thoughts on Haruka.
1番はるかお前は奴を許すことにした
Yeah, I do agree that I feel like he shouldn't really been guilty. I don't know. In comparison, I don't know if I should compare it to like the other people in the prison, like in Milgram, to compare that, like that's standard. Or I don't know if that's just like an ethical or like morally standard that I should hold for everyone else. Like what I do, what I think is justifiable. I don't know. I mean, like honestly, like murder is bad for everything, right? But sometimes murder is justifiable in some means, you know what I mean?
おお特に迷わず許す気持ちが優勢だった
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
どうだ今他の囚人どもを見て後悔してたりしないか
I mean, it makes sense because he is number one prisoner. So like your standard kind of changes as you look into the other like videos, right? Other videos, other interrogations, like, oh, maybe what he did wasn't as bad. I think that's why I'm just like, do I see it as a standard based on the prisoners itself or based on like IRL like cases, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, this is pretty punishable, but at the same time, he is a kid. Like, do I hold the adults in a higher standard? Do I put them all on equal footing? You know what I mean?
ま今更遅いけどねさて囚人番号2番
For based on what I know, and I feel like based on a lot of what's given to us, is the one with the baby, right? With the abortion case. I put her as not guilty. I put her as forgive. For the most part, I'm not really sure if it was the R word, or I'm not sure if it was just unconsensual, which is, I guess, the R word. I'm not sure if it was a boyfriend that, and then next thing you know, it was regret. I'm pretty sure it was the R word, or actually, I'm not sure. But, I think I'm leaning more towards, like, the R word itself. I do think that's justifiable. Obviously, that's very political in the means of, like, a lot of conversations when it comes to, like, legal or non-legal. It's a weird feeling, right? For me, like, I'm not a woman. So, dude, it's so political. I'm so sorry. Like, I find it very difficult to talk about political stuff like that, legality or things like that. I'm not the woman. So if it is the R word, it's really difficult for me to really decide if I should keep something like that or not, right? Based on like financial, or if I can do it myself, because I don't want to raise someone who I think will I would neglect as well, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, I'm not saying I'm not a bad parent, but like in circumstances, I believe is a relatively young person, right? And her power, maybe she's traumatized about the R word to where like the child will remind her of that scenario. So there's a lot of feelings about it, right? Either for or for society, and I feel like it's justifiable if she thinks that she cannot handle it. And I think it will be unfair for the child to know that her parent was R-worded, and like I reminded this like my parent or my mom of like what happened, and there's just a lot. And that's why I am leaning towards innocent, because it's just an unfortunate circumstance.
これも許すとしたわけだ面白いじゃないか許したり許さなかったりまた許し
Oh, I am surprised. I don't know if there's just like more background that I did not know, or maybe I'm not really sure how it is with the active live voting, with guilty, not guilty. Yeah, that's interesting. I thought that'll be a landslide, but maybe it was because of the political area that this whole scenario is in.
だいぶ迷ったようだね。
Oh. Oh.
何を迷っているやら考えるまでもないだろ。
I am pretty surprised on that.
深い意味はねえよ。俺様は美少女なら無条件で許すってだけさ。さて、囚人番号3番、フータ。
I believe this one I put as guilty but unsure on that tier list. The reason why I think it's guilty but unsure is because I feel like I felt the same with Kotoko. I feel like Futa and Kotoko's actions were a little bit similar when it comes to being a vigilante, right? But what I mean by that is that taking matters in their not real. I mean, like I guess the difference is like Kotoko kind of like put matters in her own hands, but then for Futa, it's more so like keyboard warrior, vigilante groups, like in a way similar to like a Persona 5 feel. But I don't know. It's more of like, oh, like you cancel this person online and you hunt them down and take things too far, ruin their lives IRL. But at the same time, it is done to like very, you know, like annoying people, right? Not the best people. So in a way, I feel like it's justifiable in that sense. But like, I feel like starting a witch hunt online, and hiding from it, doxing, it's a little bit difficult in a way, like to really say that's justifiable. Because it's hard to say who he really did it to. Let's say like it's like a popular, you know, like online presence that you just don't agree with, even if they're not in the wrong. You know, I feel like that's bad, right? And this one, I feel like it's very difficult in Kotoko's sense because I think that is the direction I'm like seeing it. Like, imagine there's like a person that posted something controversial, but not to the point where you need to cancel them. But then you started a witch hunt, like doxing, like like your job, right? That's kind of what I saw where Futa's direction is. Just sent a witch hunt, like a hate train, things like that. Like he's definitely like the definition of a keyboard warrior in my opinion, and it caused a lot of changed lives in a negative way. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I feel like he's guilty, but unsure, just because he didn't really do it, but he has the intention to do it. I'm not sure. I don't think he did it personally. No, I'm not really sure.
なるほどね。こいつに対してはずっと許したくない気持ちがます。
I am pretty surprised because I'm surprised that it doesn't really go in depth other than like what the community thinks. I thought it was more of like gonna Jackalope is going to explain more on what happened, but I guess it is open for interpretation in a way, or maybe it's just confirmed by the staff online, right? Yeah. I guess this makes sense after thinking about it a little bit clearly. Kotoko is a little bit different, I guess, and you know, like I take it back. I feel like Kotoko's case is a little bit different than Futa's. Yeah.
おいおい、何がそんなに気に障ったんだ?
I'm not getting angry.
前二人と同じただの人殺しだぜ。なんてな。
Wait, why is Jackalope saying that we're getting angry? We're the one that voted it, no? And he was even saying that the community didn't even consider innocent on that one. Alright, so for Mu, I know it was unsure. I feel like for her, it's a little bit, honestly, this one's a little bit like confusing for me to really decide. Like, I am leaning towards innocent, don't get me wrong. But the reason is because it's a bullying case, right? I feel like bullying case is a lot towards a person. Mentally, physically, right? Emotionally. It's just a lot. And then like, if I don't harm someone, I will harm myself type of thing, right? And it's rough. I don't really know because I read something along the lines of Mu tripped and killed someone. But it seems like in the music video, it seems very intentional. So I don't know. I don't really know what happened. Other than the bullying case, and I will say innocent, or I guess like forgive. But I'm not really sure how that changed how she felt. Like, does she feel liberated by that? Does she feel regret? Does she mourn about that person? Because it seems like they were friends before. I don't know. It's very tricky situation as well. Bullying is always not the most fun to talk about, right? Like, I mean, it's never really fun to begin with. Very sensitive topic as well. Not that I really considered it at all. To side with bullies, not really. I was bullied as well, so I'm not gonna be like, yeah, they deserve it. I feel like no one really deserves to die. Obviously that is different for each person. I'm a very big pacifist, so that's why I feel some sort of I guess like I feel really bad either way. Even though some people would argue that they deserve it, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
許すにしたわけね。美少女だしな、納得。
I do hate that. I do hate how it's like, oh, Jackal was like, oh, she's pretty, so yeah.
しかし、一体どうしたってんだ？最初は完全に許す一辺倒だったっての。
Yeah, I kind of understand why people would just like say, oh, forgive Moo because she was bullied and she needs a break, But I don't know what it is for me. I think I'm just a big pacifist. Even if someone is really bad, I am the person that would forgive them first. I don't know why. I do that, man. I think I just want to see the light in people. With the bullies, I don't really know their background as well, or like why they do what they do. But but at the same time, no one does deserve to be bullied. So I understand. I'm not like angry about this statement in general. I don't know. Yeah. I just feel bad for both sides, I guess.
最後まで許すべきか迷っていたみたいだね。何か気づいたか？態度が気に食わなかったか？面白いね、まったく。囚人番号5番。
For Shido, I feel like the decision of this one, I feel like the community would probably forgive him as well. I don't know if they're leaning towards not forgive just because he's an adult. But for me, based on what I know, I did see a lot of theories about this guy. I think one of the theories is that he's a doctor, but he was a very corrupt doctor, I guess, like where he kind of used his power to heal someone, like his loved one or something like that, like stealing organs or something. That's what I heard. I also just heard about the innocent part of it, where he just made a mistake and killed someone accidentally. Maybe it's a skill issue. Who knows? But I feel like the loved one makes much more sense. I guess I'll put my thoughts into both scenarios. I feel like if it's just the mistake of killing a child or whatever, right? Like with the parents being in the music video. Obviously that one's innocent for me, like hard innocent. In my tier list, I did put him as hard innocent just because of that. A theory about corrupting and putting like organ, like any like needed organs to his loved one that's dying. I feel like I don't have a lot of context in that, but based on what I know, I don't think he intentionally killed him either. So I would say innocent. I feel like that was a little bit more unsure. But I don't know if there's any confirmation about that. Please let me know in the comments if there is. But yeah, I think I've seen some comments about that scenario, or I've just seen it on Reddit when I was like looking into things. Yeah. So that actually makes it a little bit tricky, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would still say innocent. I don't know. Like he doesn't seem like he was like evil intentions, I guess, based on his personality. He seems very remorseful as well. Actually, I forgot how I felt. I felt based on like what I remember, I did feel a little bit iffy about him too. Oh my gosh, see, now I'm like debating again. No, I would stick to forgive. I would stick to forgive.
指導こいつを許すことにしたんだね。ああ、そういや許すなって言ってたよなこいつ。意地悪か？嘘嘘、怒るなよ。迷ってたのは知ってる、見てたからね。許すがこいつにとっての許さないだと思ったって部分もあんのか。
I mean,
そりゃま
I need to read more about Shido's case, I feel. But I don't know if that's going to be a spoiler, man. I just remembered, oh my god, it made me remember about like how I was so confused about his music video and then why people thought that he killed someone. And I remember, I think he was one of the most watched like videos, at least reactions for me. I don't know, maybe a lot of people were like really curious on what I thought about him. He's a very confusing character. You know, he's very skillful as a doctor, right? But I do feel like, you know, after watching some TV in regards to like very corrupt like medical people, I don't know. I think there is like a huge possibility, and that would be the case. But I think I just gotta read more about him.
まあいいんじゃね。どんな面するか気になるし。囚人番号6番、マヒル。
Mahiru is the other person that I felt very iffy about. I think her case is a little bit confusing to me as well. According to the comments, everyone loves Mahiru. At least like a lot of people love Mahiru. You know, don't hate me on this. These are all opinions, okay? Like don't hate me on these, but I'm like she's the opposite of Mu. I feel like I would put her in like a slightly guilty or like not forgive. I don't know. She is a very confusing character to me. You know, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, like love, right? But I don't know. I feel like there's something, a such thing as like a too much love. I feel like it bleeds into jealousy or envy and things like that. I don't know. I feel like I did love her music video. I loved her character. As from the reactions, right? So I do feel like there's something. I want to be biased about it, but at the same time, I feel like, as far as I know and what I read from the comments, like I was so confused with the cliffhanger in the music video at the end where she acted surprised, because I'm pretty sure she acted surprised because someone like committed in front of her, right? So I don't know. Maybe it was guilt from that person. Maybe it was too much. Maybe she did something terrible, but very obsessed. Like it felt like a yandere, I guess. It put it some sense. Or maybe I think that's a different trope. I don't know. But like, I don't know. A love obsessed person just want to be loved. Maybe she's lonely, but I feel like some people kind of forget about everything else and very like can't read the room, or very like blinded, that it's not very logical. I'm a very logical guy for sure. So like I think there is a thing as too much love, I guess. So yeah, and I'm guilty about that as well. When I'm in that environment, I guess. So yeah, there's not a lot to say, just because I feel like her case is like a stalker case in a way. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I think that's why I'm so unsure about hers as well, just because it's not really like black and white kind of case. You know what I mean?
許さないか。俺様の一押しだったんだがな。残念。
I am surprised that she was guilty, just because based on the context, it doesn't seem like it. She just seemed like not a very logical person, even in interrogation with S. And I mean, the music video seems so innocent. Like if you only watch the music video, there's no way you would think she's guilty. You know what I mean? I feel like this is purely just interrogation or interrogation questions. It's literally just like, oh, love, right? I don't know. I have to read more about her as well, similar to like Mu and Shido, I guess.
最初は許すつもりだったのに心変わりしたんだな。人を許したい気持ちよりも許したくない気持ちの方が。
Yeah, I wonder. See, the thing is, I'm so curious to see like what was like the decision factor based on like these, right? Like, is that in like the wikis and the Patreon? Is that in like the comments? Like, I'm so curious. Like, I think that's like the one thing about being a late watcher that I regret. Like, I don't know. Like, it says like, you know, like Jackalope was like, oh, it was innocent at first, and then why did it change, right? Like when was that change? Why did it change, right? I'm still curious about that.
長続きするってことなのかね。
I don't know. Her music video makes her seem so cute, but I feel like that's debate. That's debate.
お前にあいつがどう見えてたのかは俺様は知らんけどな。ここの監視はお前だ。任せてるよ。囚人番号7。
Bro, you cannot tell me that I would ever not forgive Kazui. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm blinded by Kazui similar to like a Mahiru. I feel like I don't say like they're the same in a way. Like I feel the same way with both of them. I don't know. I would say Kazui is like my favorite character with Kotoko at the top. I don't know. I feel like Kazui, I feel like I'm blinded by the music video. I think I love like very like sad boy type of music videos. I feel like based on a lot of the comments and I guess like how I said about like the interrogation questions before, I don't know. I think a lot of people calling Kazui like a cheater, things like that. I'm not really sure where the murder really happened with him. It's a little bit difficult. I don't know if like his lover was kind of similar to like a Mahiru where they committed, or maybe they died from sickness or something, or maybe they ran away and then something happened, right? Like I think that wasn't like clear to me when it comes to like him. I think that's the only thing that I'm not really sure about Kazui, is that where did the murder happen? Like where did that, like what's the scenario of the murder, right? Like were they both depressed? Like did they separate and then she got depressed, or they got depressed, whoever? Yeah, I think that's why I'm so blinded by like making him innocent. There's not a lot about like the lover. Like is the lover the one that died? I don't know. It's so confusing, but yeah, I would say innocent. Maybe that's partly biased, but I think I just like Kazuya as a character. I think he's just chill, you know, chill guy. He's a chill guy. I don't know. I think I'm biased, guys. I think I'm biased.
7番、カズイ。お前はこいつを許すんだな。安定して許すつもりでいたわけ。
Yeah.
桜井遥と似たパターンだが。
Really? Why? I feel like Haruka's is so different. I don't know, because Haruka, you could see him killing things in his video.
お前の表情は一緒に見えないね。
Oh yeah.
様子の許すってと。
Oh yeah, for sure. I need to wait, but like as of now, full innocent for me, or like forgive.
監視として何かつかめてきたのか？読み合い、探り。
Lots of mind games. No.
面白いね。囚人番号8。
Oh yeah, bro. I do not like this girl. I don't know. Even like my initial thoughts, it's just like, why would the kid be here? And then I get it, right? Like based on the comments, the commenters, like the Reddit and everything, like everyone is saying that she's part of a cult, right? Never like haven't read about it because I'm scared of spoilers. I know you guys are like, oh, you should read more for context, blah blah. But I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that, and I'm pretty sure that's. I feel like I'll be lying to say that if similar to like a Haruka, like dude, like a bad upbringing, this is like a spoiled like rich kid like cult upbringing, right, with the parents. Like how can I blame her for that, right? But at the same time, like maybe she's in the worst extreme of it, right? Like maybe she's a spoiled brat, that's fine, but she's a spoiled brat and a cultist, right? Maybe it's a church thing. I'm not really sure, but yeah, she seems very delusional in a way on her goals. I'm not saying that kids can't be smart, but at the same time, like actually, let me see. I guess I don't know. I guess it's just like a lot of like cult actions, no? And then I know, I don't know. Her story is a little bit confusing as well to me. But I feel like a lot of her like mental is believing in something, and obviously maybe that's a god, maybe that's something else, right? Like some kind of entity or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I like how she's like just happy about it.
これは俺様の見込みよりもよっぽど立派な看守様だ。子供だろうがなんだろうが罪に対して正直に。なんだその面。間違いに気づいてほしいから許さないなんて考えてんのか？いやいや、まさかな。囚人番号9番。
Okay, this one's also hard. Okay, I know in the tier list with like innocent, guilty, or whatever, like I put him as guilty. It's a little bit hard, right? If you remember my reaction initially for Mikoto with like this personality disorder or like dual personality or whatever, I honestly feel really bad for the innocent side of Mikoto, like, you know, like the nice part. I'm not really sure what triggered this, right? Like I'm a Danganronpa fan, and I don't know if this is like Genocide Jill type beat where if they see like blood or whatever, or every time they knock out, or I don't know if it's just like something evil inside you that just wakes up randomly. Like I'm not sure, but at the same time, like Mikoto in general as like this body is like a danger to society, so that's why I want him to know that. I just feel bad for like the unknowing part, because like, you know, like I feel like they're just really like oblivious about the scenario. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot to say about this guy, right? Like, like even the music video, you could kind of see that, or you can see that they committed, right? So, I feel bad. I feel like in the general sense, I feel bad for Mikoto, but like in the entirety, like I don't want any danger for everyone else. So I kind of want Mikoto to be guilty.
許さない。そうかそうか。しかも圧倒的だな。こいつが起こした騒ぎのことは聞いてるよ。なかなか大変だったらしいな。悪い。こいつは
He's such a good character too.
こっちの想定の外側にいる。今回は様子を見るが、ミルグラム全体に障害を起こすようであれば、
poor Mikoto, bro.
対策を取るからな。囚人番号10番。
Okay. For Kotoko, I'm also, I mean, as you guys know, I'm a little bit biased at Kotoko just because she's one of my favorite characters. I think what surprises me is that what the comments said after I said that. I feel like a lot of the comments were really surprised, or maybe it's just like, oh, you'll see. And it was like, what do you mean you'll see? Like, isn't she like the main, well, I don't want to say she's the main character, but like, you know, like she's like giving main character energy because she's just like, I'm gonna find out what happens in Milgram, and you know, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, isn't that such a main character energy? Or maybe that's the other way around, and she's actually the villain. I don't know, but like, she I don't know. She just exemplifies that like main character energy, and I always root for that person. Her murder seems like something I wouldn't say I would do, but you know, kind of like a Persona vibe as well, where it's just like I'll take matters to my own hands. And like, you know, make them suffer because they were like doing something bad, right? Like a music video shows that. I don't know. I love Kotoko, at least like her character as of now. Obviously, it's gonna be something that'll change all throughout. But yeah, like obviously, I don't know what Trial 2 will do. I don't know what Trial 3 will do. I don't know if she becomes annoying or always in your way. She was the very first and only character in Trial 1 that entered someone else's interrogation. That was a weird one, but then yeah, she did save us, right? So I don't know. I feel like there's nothing more to say in that. At least that's what I wrote. I don't know what the community feels about her as of now with Trial 2 ending and then maybe initially Trial 3. I know it hasn't really reached her yet, so I'm pretty excited about that.
お前はこいつを許すことにした。なるほどね。ただものじゃなさそうといった記憶があるが、ここまでとはね。
She doesn't look like just anyone? What does that mean?
そしてお前はそれに乗って。
I don't know, she seems very realistic as of now.
やれ。異分子をお前の仕事に混ぜることで何が起きるか俺様にもわからん。だが何が起きたとしても お前の選択の結果だ。受け入れろよ。さて、以上が第一審の結果だ。想定通りだ。
Oh, I like that.
そうでもない顔してんな。ま、いつもそん
I mean, I feel like the community kind of agrees with me for the most part too, but
人殺しなんてしてねえだろ。ま、ご苦労だったな、エース。
I feel like everyone also has their favorite characters, you know?
いいな。お前が次に目覚めたとき。
Ooh, I wonder what that means. I feel like a lot of people are saying that as well in the comments.
結果が囚人たちを変えているだろう。どういう
Like, would guilty mean that they're gonna be abused or tortured or something?
やぶな
Oh,
説明させんなよ
well, sorry.
怖い。あんまり重く考えなくていいと思うんだがな。どっちにしろ、あいつら。
Oh my god, what if I have a prisoner outfit just to fit with
お前が
this?
決めたあいつらの運命。見届けてみたいと思わない。
This is pretty interesting. I like how interactive it is with the community.
無駄話が過ぎたかな。役目を終えて、お眠の時間かね。いいぜいいぜ。よーく働いてくれた。期待以上だ。さあ、おやすみエス。ミルグラム第一審。これにて終了だ。
Yeah, we did it. We did it. Oh gosh, no. We're not gonna watch the second trailer. I'll probably actually should we? 3 minutes? Man, nah. I'll do it sometime this week. I just wanna at least like that's the point. That you know, this video is all about the first trial, so we'll watch the second trial later. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I can't wait for the second trial. A lot of people are like, yeah, you'll get more context second trial, you get more context third trial, and I'm pretty excited to get to know more about the characters. If there's any resources that don't have any spoilers for the first trial that I can like be clear about before entering the second trial, please let me know. A lot of people are very general about the resources, but I just want something more targeted towards the first trial, because like now it's, you could, I wouldn't say spoil, but like you can at least like help me out with that one, because now I'm basically done. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so sorry for being MIA once again, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.